All right, Andy had a question here. Hey Dan, I'm struggling to transition from the Pro to a golf club where the arms, hands, and the Pro extend in line to the golf ball, causing hands that are far and high from the body with too much ulnar deviation. So that would mean, so I need to finish the question here. So what is the difference in getting those hands returning relatively close to address and maintaining that angle between club and arms? Thanks. So first and foremost, I think what Andy is saying here is that when he returns with the golf club, he's too much like this. Like I've got too much ulnar deviation here, down here. The toe is kind of down, and I feel like it's like too far away, and it's not returning back to the same spot. First and foremost, a golf club never returns exactly the same spot that it was. So that is an impossibility. So you don't need to worry about that. But I think that what's being missed here is the application of the Pro has a couple differences. First of all, it is a model of a golf motion that really or a golf movement that really reveals the way your body moves with the acceleration of gravity. The application of the golf club is not a quantitative adjustment, or swinging the club like swinging the Pro is not quantitative, it's qualitative. What are the qualities that I notice from swinging this that seem to go away with when I swing the golf, or I use the golf club? So in the case of this, is like, well, if I stand really far away, I'm going to have a little bit more extension to let this thing go. And of course, if I was to do that exactly with the golf club, I would probably get an experience of having too much ulnar deviation to get the golf club to hit the ground in the right manner. So what it really tells me is that what's missing in the understanding of how the Pro moves is that it isn't that I need to extend it. It is that I need to understand that I want its radius, or the spiral that comes off my body, to go to a specific place. So how I set up to my impact pad, or how I set up to the golf ball, is going to determine that. But even more so, if this is expanding relative to my line of gravity, so is this. And I think this is what's missing for Andy, is he is too much with the idea that I'm expanding that way, and he's not understanding that, oh, his lower body is frozen up. It's not allowed to move. So if I want the golf club to return at a similar spot, well, then of course, look how my body's got to move. Well, that looks a lot more similar. It's not identical, because the shaft's a little bit more forward, and my body certainly isn't in the same place, but yeah, the lie angle of the golf club is very similar. So Andy, I believe that when you're swinging the Pro, you're too much in the idea of outward extension, and you're forgetting that to really get the Pro straight, and it should come down not with this idea that I'm trying to get it far from my body, but it actually is going to come down quite close to the body. See how that works? So that guy's coming straight down like so, and then working outwards, and it's making that natural spiral up and around my body. So when I do that, I actually don't need to be that far away. I do like people to be a little farther from the Pro in general when they start, because they're so used to pulling inwards. So you have to have the understanding that something is going to expand. But yeah, if I got too far from my Pro, I would have to actually stall my body out and kind of force the extension. So I believe that is exactly what's happening. So make sure when you're swinging your Pro that you've learned to get it straight. But hey, the way the pelvis moves is equally important to how the hands and arms are shaping, and then that will naturally change the actual reach of the Pro to when you're striking the pad. And of course, that would be more of the model, or a much more copyable model of your actual golf swing.